Let me take it from here. Good evening. I'm Jermaine Johnson, one of your many directors in this wonderful opportunity that you're about to hear of. But more than that, I'm just your friend, and I make no apologies. But let me just put it out there for those of you that say he sounds preachy or he sounds salesy. I'm not trying to sound salesy or preachy, but I did at one time, my former life. I was one of the top 5 youth pastors in the nation. I've been in charisma, Christianity, Promise Keepers, BT, TB, and all those types of things. Come out of the Grand Old Church of God in Christ. But 35 years ago, someone invited me out to a presentation in the affiliate marketing space, the direct sales space, what they used to call network marketing space. And I don't want to alarm or scare anybody here because let me predicate it right now from the top. This is not your grandmother's network marketing company. Is that all right? What you're about to see is something that's very rare, very unique, and changing so many lives. And so I want to jump right into it. Gonna go to a screen share and let's have some fun tonight. Is that all right? Put in the chat where you're calling in from. I like to know who I'm talking to at all times. And we are going to do this. I'm gonna put Mr. Russell just as a co-host. So if I fall off, he will still be on the line. There we go. We'll do it that way. All right, let's go from here. Let's start at the top here. Hold tight. I'm sorry, everybody. Let's go from here. There we go. Let's have some fun. Oh, I'm sorry. So, what you all are here seeing quickly, there we go. Let's get past that. We don't need that video tonight. What you all are seeing tonight is Riman, and Riman stands for Reborn, Rebirth, Gift of God, and Independence. And somebody invited you here to see some life-changing information. And so it's not just about a product, it's not just about a sale, it's about helping people all over the world find their light and live at their best from the inside out. And that's what we're doing. And so I'm going to take a moment to briefly show you what's going on and what everybody is so excited about. Because look, we're living in a world today where 7 out of 10 people today are living paycheck to paycheck. So I'm going to talk to you from a business standpoint at the end of this. But at the top half, look, still, yeah, I mean, you can only sell junk one time. So I need you to see what the products are, and then we'll talk about some of the business aspects. So if you're ready, say I'm ready. There you go. So look here. If you haven't been paying attention, let me predicate this. The Korean influence is everywhere. Turn over to Netflix, Squid Games, right? BTS just made their reunion tour. The K influence in K drama, they won a Oscar and Grammy and all this type of stuff. And then K beauty it is, right? It's called K beauty. I was talking to the guy at a restaurant the other day, and he said, "Man, I think I've heard of it. K beauty. What does it stand for? Korean skincare, Korean drama." And he said, "Man, my daughters, they use all that." I said, "Exactly, but you need it too." So I started talking to him about melanoma and skin cancer. And he said, "Man, I need some." So look here. Look, this is something that is helping so many, but the way to success is to find out where everybody else is going and you get there first. And so this is a trend, but it's a tradition that is now trending. Korean cosmetics just beat out Chanel. Hold on, I'll pause there because I bought a few Chanel bags for my wife. Still buying them. Look here, but this right here is huge, and that's a clue. And then Ulta said its bet on K Beauty is paying off. Then the Kardashians just took a private jet over to South Korea just to get Korean skincare. And then Jay-Z, come on, y'all, let's talk business. $500 million investment, Korean culture investment fund. That's the look. Again, the way to success is to find out where everybody else is going and you get there first. So what you're seeing tonight is called Riman. Riman, because from a business standpoint, I don't like things high risk. It had already been proven, whereas it was established in Korea in 2018. It had already done $2.5 billion. Hold on, I'll say that one again. Billion in revenue in 4 years, guys, throughout COVID, was already rated the #1 K beauty brand in all of Korea. Pay attention to this one here. Sold 40 million bottles of just its Active X cream. There's only 50 million people in South Korea. They sold 40 million. Yeah, pay attention to this because what you're about to see is a high margin wholesale distribution model where so many people are generating additional income into their household, right? Multiple streams of income or adding it onto their current brand or brand influencers, adding this into something that they can actually trust in and believe in. So, look, they had already done it in Korea. They said, well, hey, since we did it here, why not open in the United States and Canada? So they did that on March the 18th, 2023. My wife and I got started 18 days after they opened here. Now, let me just talk about the elephant in the room. Y'all know I'm an African American, right? And I saw this, right? Because some of y'all like, what is he talking about skincare? One, he's a man. Two, he's a black man. Look, first off, the bro glow movement is real. Is that all right? Look here. Men are taking better care of themselves. But honestly, Bishop Jakes had just said, he had just told me that, look, your next level of influence and prosperity and blessing is not going to come from people that look like you or talk like you. So as soon as I saw this opportunity, oh, it resonated. I had discernment. And since then, we've opened in Taiwan, Hong Kong, Mexico, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, the United Kingdom, Japan, and just opened in Italy, Spain, Ireland, Colombia, Chile, and Peru. From a business perspective, I tell you this. Forbes said the best time to get involved in an opportunity, it's when it's in the middle of global expansion. After Costa Rica, which we just got back from, that will be our 19th country opening. Our goal is to be in 50 countries before the end of the year, but we are going to be, no, 50 in the next 5 years. We are going to be in the 24th country by the end of this year. See, look, let me just talk business to you because that's my heart. Look, if you're the only one contributing to your income, you forfeit your right for financial freedom in the United States of America. Look, and again, if you don't learn to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. That's why I don't touch anything that doesn't allow me to tap into the global economy. So this is Chairman Han. Pay attention to this here. He was the number one product formulator in all of Asia. Hold on, y'all. Before Riman, because I had a sister come up to me, because everybody's so critical, and she said, "How do I know it's not white labeled?" And y'all just hold on. Everybody in Asia came to him to formulate their products. He saw his daughter sleep and he said, wow, what if I could create something, no matter what your race, age, ethnicity, that it could allow you to maintain your youthful glass skin like he saw on his daughter while she slept. Oh, and this is what he came up with, and this is what we have the opportunity to take advantage of.
Founded in 2018 in South Korea, Riman has quickly emerged as a global leader in K-beauty, with products designed to help you uncover your glow and keep it. From skincare to makeup through ICD, to body and hair care through Boda Lab, and nutrition with Lifening. Each formula is rooted in the timeless rituals of Korean beauty, carrying forward the heritage and wisdom of centuries past, backed by more than 20 patents, 52 awards, and billions in sales. Riman is now shared by a community of hundreds of thousands around the world. At the heart of it all is our continued commitment to reimagine products and opportunities that empower people to become the difference they seek in their world.
And even if I don't talk to you all again, I want you to pay attention to the wording there. It says Riman is shared by a community. They just had an economic report, and economists say the best thing to invest in that AI will never replace is community, building of communities. So that's what you're seeing tonight. I need you to think bigger, think larger. So, with that said, guys, Look, let me just keep it going and just show you what separates us from everybody else. These are our three verticals, our three brands. ICD, which stands for Intercellular Dermatology, Boda Lab, which is our hair care and our body care, and our Lifening, which is our internal care, right? And this here is what we call the Trinity of Transformation. This is what's Y'all should write that down. This is what separates us from everybody else. Our giant Beyond Poo. Hold on. Let me make this plain and simple because I don't do complicated. Pay attention to me, y'all. We made our own plant. Hold on, I'll say that again. We made our own plant. Look, I believe that God has put everything here of right. We didn't make it. It was already here, but we enhanced it. We took what is known as Beyond Poo, Asiatic pennyworth, tiger grass, right? Centella asiatica. And we took this plant and we grew it 5 times larger using Jeju lava energy water. Now I know I have some geo, geological or geographical experts on the line, and you're like, well, can't you get volcano water anywhere and all? Yeah, yeah. In Spain it's too sandy, in Hawaii it's too deep, in Japan it's contaminated. So the only other place is Jeju Island, which is a UNESCO heritage site off of South Korea. It's the Hawaii of South Korea. So we took this plant and we took this water, which we have a contract with Jeju Island. Nobody can do what we're doing in skincare. We built the first ever smart farm. I'll show you in a minute. Took this plant and we're revolutionizing the skincare industry. Then we also have nanoliposomal technology. What does that mean? That means because a lot of companies can't even afford to do this, we break our product down 5 and 7 times smaller so it penetrates to the lower epidermis of skin. So we're not just doing skin care, we do skin repair. That's huge. This is our Riman campus on Jeju Island, and I've gone there. But this is how we're able to go seed to sale, farm to face. Because of the vertical integration, we own everything, y'all. Look here, we have our own solar power station. We have our own Riman farms. We have our own Beyond Poo Lab. We have our Jeju Lava Water Center where I saw all the other water companies come and use our filter system. It's insane. And then our own wind power system. Guys, you got to go to Jeju Island. I didn't know where I was going. I thought it was some, third world country. Man, please, this place is beautiful. You got to go to Jeju Island, but go see the campus where everything is. Just to show you, let me show you this.
Jeju Island, the birthplace of Inselderm, where nature and tradition inspire transformation. Made different, elevated to its full potential. The world's first and only smart farm for Pyeongpool. Introducing the first of its kind, Giant Pyeongpool. Infused with Jeju Lava Energy Water, a powerhouse of intense hydration and radiant vitality. Experience the legendary glow and lifting effect of K-Beauty. Experience the difference, a difference you'll love. The all-new Inselderm, Riman.
And I hope you paid attention to that packaging there because that
Jeju
packaging is very special. Because Pentagram is a New York Times Square, Madison Square Garden world marketing firm. They do Lululemon, Louboutin, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all of their fragrances, all those types of things. Well, they redid our packaging. They did our packaging where we just run the IF Design Award in the world. It's insane. And our fragrances as well. This is luxury skincare. It's revolutionizing the skincare industry. So literally what I'm saying, this is like being in on the front end of Apple Computer in 1976 or Amway in 59, Mary Kay 63 or Bitcoin in 2008. This is my wife and I over at Jeju Island. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I went there. I had to get the Beyond. It's like going to Disneyland because you're sitting there and the big screen, these screens roll up on the side of you, and then you see this sea of Beyond Poo there growing. And man, I went out there eating it. I said, look, if it works that well on me, I want it in me. I'm telling y'all, I had a ball. You got to go to Jeju Island because it's real. And then the company took its first year's profits. And again, I was transparent in the beginning. I've been in the direct sales industry for 35 years. I've been in all the green rooms. I know the CEOs. Everybody says they're going to do this. This company put the money where their mouth is and took their entire first year's profits. Instead of buying Maseratis and Lamborghinis, they built us a resort in Jeju Island. It's insane. You got to go there as well. That's us. That's my wife and I there, and some of the other though directors. I'm telling you, it's one of the best experiences ever. And so this is our product line. Now, this is our ICD, intercellular dermatology. We have a water base and an oil base. I use the water at day, the oil at night. But our from our scientific advisory board, Dr. Matlock, he said, what makes Korean skincare so magnificent is because of its principles of cleansing, hydrating, and protection. Actually, they do double cleanse and double hydration. And he said, therefore, it takes care of your past, your present, and your future. I said, I love that. So this is our intercellular dermatology line. Amazing, guys. I'm going to tell you. But look, pictures are worth 1,000 words. And when I got started here, look, we didn't even have before after pictures. So look, I said, look, I need proof. And I began to see this. And then the little baby in the middle there, she's from Dallas, Texas, had a severe case of eczema. We don't make claims of cures and healings and all of that. But right there in Dallas, we flew down there, did this presentation in one regiment. Her eczema cleared up. And what this is, see, this is why I say this isn't about a sale. See, because when people look better, they feel better. And one of the leading issues in school right now with our children is what? Bullying. And so self-esteem is so important. You could see this baby girl just light up right before our eyes. And so this right here is amazing. But then I needed to know that it worked on all types of skin. So we began to see people taking the 7-day challenge using these products. 6 minutes, 7 products, 8 steps. 6, 7, 8, invest in your face. 9 and 10, true beauty starts from within. That's the collagen and the detox. Y'all got that? I know I said that quick. Look, and then look, I needed to know for myself. And so, look, I was using the products, but my wife, right, I started to have these wrinkles under my eyes and everything. I said, I don't do the Botox and all of that. She said, you need to start doing the regimen on daily basis. Do it in the day and at night. Do what you, I said, okay, I'm gonna start doing it. And my eyes started changing. Y'all see me there in the corner? I'm telling you, amazing. Then my friend MJ Kim there, after 4 children, her body took a turn, her skin took a turn. That's her today. Her skin is flawless. And then my buddy Tim Hurd, Sherrod Willis, Christian Rosario, these are all of my friends that look, they saw what these products are doing. And then when they came out with the melting mask, I'm not going to spend too much time here, but for those of you on this line, because I see some of you that I know are social influencers, this is something that my wife and I, we saw the magic mask and went, we did it on TikTok. People got excited about it, right? We were showing them how to do it, right? Anyway, I'm not going to play the whole video. I'm just saying that this is something that you can add into your brand. And for some reason, the slides or the memory just took a lot of this away. So this is our makeup line. And don't worry, I can talk you through the presentation regardless of any malfunction. This is the makeup line. And actually the makeup line has just enhanced. It's coming out with brand new items that are game changing. So get back with the person that invited you, have them to tell you more about that, because I know a lot of you all excited about that. And then our Bodalab product, guys, this is our hair and our body care. And this is so profound that beauticians and barbers are tying it into their line. And it has the V label international. In other words, it's vegan certified. Guys, it's one of the cleanest products because it has desert cola in it, which is the miracle of the desert. And this is proven from over in Korea, because in Korea, they don't run commercials that haven't been documented clinically. Over in the US, we do anything and everything. This is from Korea, from using the Boulder Lab hair care products. After 1 week of use, 1 week, 83% scalp trouble level has decreased. 29% of your moisture level has increased. 20% of your strength level in your hair has increased. And after 4 weeks of use, 62% of hair loss has decreased. That's huge right there. Guys, we're hearing story after story of people that this is changing their lives. People that had alopecia and burn patches and all these types, even cancer patients, as you see over there to the right there. Guys, so many individuals. We're getting story after story. So maybe that's your profession. This is something that you can just add into your brand, into what you're already doing in the barber shops, in the beauty shops, but personally for yourself. Get a story just for yourself. And then this is our lifening. And this is our internal care. And I will say this, that honestly, we don't talk about this too much, but men and women should have 25 to 35 grams of fiber per day, and we don't. Usually, what's going on your skin is a direct reflection of what's going on in your gut, and gut health is so important. So, and Steve Jobs said it best. He said, Unless you begin to make food your medicine, medicine will one day be thy food." And he said that on his deathbed. I'm going to tell you, this is a natural psyllium husk fiber. Goes into the lower intestine and pulls out the toxin and the impurities. It is, I promise you, I have some of my wife's friends who work and travel corporately because of their circadian clock, right? Maybe they aren't regular all the time. They make sure they come by our house if they're running out just to get this product. This right here is insane. So I'm going to tell you, get this product. And then our beauty collagen, guys, this is one that tastes so good, has a pomegranate blueberry flavor that we even got creative and started taking it into restaurants. Restaurants are adding it in on their beauty drinks, creating a beauty drink menu with collagen shots. So I'm telling you guys, collagen is so important to your routine. So this right here, as I showed you, look, wherever you are on the line, like taking it to restaurants, taking it to your barber, your beautician. I like to talk distribution points. I like to talk business. My wife and I sponsored Arizona Fashion Week, where all the models began using Riman. So the types of things that are going on, ways that you can add this in. Failed to detect your speaker. Don't do that. Stop that. I hope y'all can still hear me. But if you can't, let me show you this here as a testimony. Mm-mm, mhm. Okay, not going to do it. So, for some reason, I'm having technical difficulties, but I'm going to wrap this up so we'll get through this somehow. Look here. This is the growth of K Beauty. Guys, from a business standpoint, I needed to know that this was worth my time. In 2019, K Beauty did $10 billion in sales in the United States. By 2029, it's predicted to do $30 billion in sales. Guys, I already told you though, Netflix says 60% of its users are watching something with Korean content. Guys, Shake Shack just released a Korean inspired menu. And then Vogue just said Korean skincare is like living in the year 2050. That's huge. Guys, again, success. Find out where everybody else is going and you get there first. And then the United States just said that K Beauty is one of its largest GDPs, period. So all of these are clues home for me from a business standpoint. Now, what we are on a business side is that we are a high margin wholesale distribution model. We have moved away. See, we no longer live in the day of brick and mortar. We now live in the day of click and order. 71% of people they buy online and they buy from people they follow online. So this is why this is something that you can do from anywhere online, but then also your own warm market, your friends, but then also there's places out there that you may drive past while you're on your way to work. You may drive past a med spa, a day spa. They're looking for Korean skincare. They just don't know which one to get. You have the ability to go and introduce them to it before somebody else does. You can be first to market, setting up distribution points. It's all about who do you know. And this is the perfect model for people on here that are one, brand influencers, two, your social, you understand social selling or social retailing. And then three, if you do know and love and you know that network marketing works, if you work it when you have a real product, then this is for you. Everybody on this line can become a customer. Within our customer program, we have a subscribe and save. Whereas once you do begin your auto ship, which we don't have any mandatory auto ships, the only reason that we do a subscription are for those of you that want to get an additional discount. You get 5% as you maintain your subscription. If you do it over a year, then your loyalty discount goes up to 10%. That's huge. And once you spend a certain amount, you get additional percentages off of your product. It's insane. I logged in the other day and saw I had all these credits and coupons and everything. I was happy. But for those of you that are just seeing it for the first time, let me talk to those of you. Look, this first position, everybody can get started within Riman. Become a planner, but I like to call them brand ambassadors because people don't like to plan. So you become a brand ambassador, right? It just sounds better to me, right? Look, and so you're a brand ambassador. You can become a brand ambassador for $20. Did he say $20? Yes, he did. $20. Yeah, $20 annual fee, $20. Whereas you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You have all of your back office, all of your Instagram posts and signage is all in your backup, all of your marketing material, all of your accounting, all those types of things are already created for you for $20. You're in business. But look, but you don't have product, so you need to get product. But still, here's the way it is. At Planner, you get 10% off of everything, or 10% that you off everything that you retail. Is that good or good? I mean, the church, God asked for 10%. 10% is good. So you mean at Planner, I get 10%, and I just got started, and all I'm doing is sharing, sending people a link, tell them about product, post a video. Yeah, 10%, right? But then hold on, this next position here, the manager, senior manager position, once you eclipse 3,000 SP, which stands for sales points, which we have the equivalent of a 90% exchange. So I break it down clearly. 3,000 SP is equivalent to about $3,500 in sales, or senior manager 6,000 SP is equivalent to about $6,600 in sales, right? But it isn't just sales, it can be your purchases. So some people, they understand getting the best return on investment and they purchase up to that. You can get started at the senior manager position or manager position if you're coachable. If you want to put together a game plan and you have a means of influence, we're going to put together a blueprint for you where, look, you're going to do some K pop-ups, you're going to do this, or you already have a stream where you can actually share products. You get started at the manager, senior manager position, you begin to get 20 to 30%. Hold on. You mean to tell me 20%? You start 30%? Yeah. I just had a pastor friend start off at the senior manager position because he said, man, why I'm going to start off at 10 and I can do this because I know these products, they're going to move quick. And they did. His first event, they all moved. So that's the way we do it. So you can get started at that, or you can do it over 3 months, however you want to do it. But that's fine. But for those of you that understand network marketing, or one, I like to say, one, you love yourself. Two, you love people. You like helping other people, right? You know that in today's society, 64% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. 48% of people that are making over six figures are not prepared for a $400 emergency. 48% of people, the average revolving credit card debt today is $7,279.81 not being paid. People are trying to find a way just to offset bills, cost of living. So if you can help some people, I was at the gas station a couple of days ago and I saw someone and they could only put $5 in their tank. I said, "Oh God, I gotta help them." And that's all they had was $5, and they left the receipt there, and I took it just to show you five. That's all they had. They last $5 to put in their tank. People are just trying to find a way to breathe again. And you mean to tell me here's something that's trending that people are looking for? You're being one of the first ones to see it, that you can add it into your brand. You could tell people and generate you additional stream of income. Please, I teach people having multiple streams of income. Team leader, that's when you eclipse 50,000 sales points in 5 months. Now, that's not just you, that's you plus your team, right? Plus your online sales, all those types of, plus your personal sales, where you're now at 40% of everything. And then from the director position and above, that's just on your retail. You have open group, unilevel, leadership override. There's about 6 ways to get paid here. Guys, I just showed you one of them. But the main thing is for you to get started. Get your product, get your story, get your product. Then as you help other people, team leaders, this leadership check match is the largest portion of my wife and I's check. This is huge, helping other people hit the team leader position, whereas they find people that you don't even know, but they may wind up in your organization. You get 40%, 20%, 10% from someone that you didn't even know. Guys, true abundance comes from giving back. We're building a community here of wealth. Guys, this right here, unilevel, as I briefly alluded to it, this is when people are doing 1,000 SP per planner per month, whereas people are doing that easy, just having these things called K pop-ups, right? People are loving these K pop-ups that we're doing, where you invite everybody over to their house. Girl, come over here, wash your face, come over. And we're doing these K pop-ups, in-home parties, whatever you want to call them, sipping samples, go and glows, whatever you want to call them, but have some people over, take them through the product. I promise you, every time that my wife and I do them, everybody, and they don't want to wait for their product to come in the mail because they got that glow on them and they love it. So look, you can easily do 1,000 SP at a party. At that point, when you have that going on in your organization, let's just say that you got started today, June, July, August, September, October, November. You have about 1,000 other people sharp, just like you, hungry just like you, and they're all doing 1,000 SP. Guys, at that point, that's an extra $33,000 coming into you every month, whether you like it or not. 10% success rate. That's still 3,300. But let's say they double it, 66,000. We have people doing that right now. Guys, you want to get started with product, as I alluded to. It's hard to talk about skincare and you can't rub a brochure on your face. So these are our June lines here where they come with additional bonus products, free products. But if you do the math on the product, you can see the way. Just our signature line set, right? That gives you the full ritual so you can take the 7-day challenge and get your story. Do the math on that, how many products you get in there, about what, seven, or get about 8 or 9 products. That point, you do the math. Our average price for our products is $25 to $35 a bottle. That's insane for luxury skincare. But then you have your starter kit plus, and then you have our starter kit premium for someone that wants to get started at the senior manager position. People just buy 4 of those, or they can just multiply on the starter line kits, because that's what people love to carry in their shops or stores, or people just love to share those, right? Or my wife does borrow bags, and she'll take a borrow bag and leave a set of the product and come back, pick it up, all those types of things. Guys, however you want to do it, you can. But the main thing is that you get started. And so, with that said, look here, global expansion, as you heard me talk about it time and time again. You want to get started when the company's in the middle of a global expansion. We're expanding. This is just 2026. Guys, can you imagine you getting involved in this? And as we grow this over the next 10 to 15 years, whereas K Beauty is something that people are looking for, we haven't opened up Australia yet. We haven't opened up Thailand. It's coming. Ecuador, you see some of those on there, they're not even open yet. And you see all there, Africa, everything else. Oh, I promise you, K Beauty is everywhere. The way to success is to find out where everybody else is going and you get there first. Guys, and skincare, I'm telling you, has the most loyal customer base ever. Because when people find something that they like, it's like your grandmother. When she started using Tide or Crest, that's all she used all her life. Come on, y'all, let's keep it real. So this is what's going on. Also, our global events, guys, our next convention is in Las Vegas in August 7th, 8th, and 9th. You couldn't be seeing this at any better time. Get started. go ahead, rank advance so you can walk the stage and make sure that you are coming to Las Vegas, but bringing a team with you. Make sure you scan the QR code, get your tickets in advance. We look forward to seeing you. We're going to have an amazing time. But honestly, we have so many trips within this of a company. You would think we're also a travel company because it's crazy, but I won't say that too loud. But we're not a travel company. We are a wellness brand, skincare, a lifestyle brand. But because of our lifestyle, we just got back from Costa Rica. Our next trip that you can qualify for until the end of the year is for Bahamas. If you're in Asia, you can join us in Phuket. If you're in Europe, you can join us over in Monaco. But then if you go ahead and just say, you know what? No, I'm going to the top. I'm going director. Go director before the end of the year, and you'll get to go with us over to Dubai. Mm, I'm telling you. Look here, I'm done, but pay attention to this here. By the numbers. Look, numbers don't lie, people do. Right now, the Google search for Korean skincare is up 350% year over year. 56% of American women have shown interest in K beauty products. 40% of Gen Z consumers are actively using Korean skincare. 80% of women who try K beauty products report a high level of satisfaction, and 70% of these satisfied customers go on to repurchase K beauty products, indicating strong brand loyalty. Actually, we've done a study. We don't even have to put people on a mandatory auto ship because the average Riman customer orders 8 to 9 times per year. Here, I'm done. Look, you may not like the sound of my voice or how excited I am and all those things, but look, I love you. I love you to life. And I want you to live life on your terms. I want you to live your dreams and in total freedom, time freedom, and financial freedom. Guys, they say 52% of people live in present fear or past regret. I'll say it again. 52% of people live in present fear or past regret. I pray I said something or you heard something that got you over the fear. As they say, whenever opportunity comes to knock at your door, please don't have to run back to get your coat. Guys, get in, get started, right? But then what I don't want is I don't want you to have those regrets. Whereas you think about it or you're gonna pray about it and I'm gonna say I'm gonna do my research. I love those people. I'm gonna do my all right, fine. Look, and a wise man researches what a fool takes for granted. I get that. But you sit here and in 6 months, your neighbor's inviting you over to a K pop up. Someone on your job is giving you an experience kit, a Ramon experience kit. Someone in your family invites you or sends you a presentation about Ramon and you see it from someone else, whereas you already saw it 6 months prior to them. Look, they say a coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. If you want to call this a coincidence that I'm your presenter tonight, then fine, so be it. Whatever you want to call it, you call it that. But some of y'all been praying for an opportunity. Some of y'all been praying for a way out, a way to just breathe again, a way to get out of debt. Guys, look, the Bible talks about having 7 to 8 streams of income, multiple streams of income. Get back with the person that invited you here. Tell them, look, I don't have anything to lose. I only have everything to gain. If not anything, become a product of the product, become a customer. Get the products, take your before picture, use the products for 7 days, take your picture afterward. At that point, let other people tell you how good you look, how good your skin look, how you got a glow about you. At that point, they're going to ask you, what did you do? Where did you get it? Right? Did you get some face work done? No, no, I started using these products. Well, why not send them to your website? Exactly. So get your belief first and then become a brand ambassador, however you want to do it. But the main thing, get back to the person that invited you and tell them, hey, look, I'm not going to miss out on this one. I got over the fear and I'm not going to have any regret. I want to be a part of Riman. And again, I told you up in the front, Riman stands for reborn, rebirth, gift of God, and independence. I want that for all of you. God bless you. Take care. Take charge. Y'all be blessed. Bye.